Hello, hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nuatira binti Azlan from the AET. Today I would like to talk about the impact of COVID-19 pandemic to tertiary students. University students are increasingly recognized as a vulnerable population suffering from higher level of anxiety, depression, substance abuse, and disordered eating compared to the general population. Therefore, when the nature of their educational experience radically changed, such as sheltering in place during the COVID-19 pandemic, the burden on the mental health of this vulnerable population is amplified. Due to the high infection rate of COVID-19, the Malaysia government imposed a movement control order, which is MCO, from 18 March onwards. Besides essential service, almost all economic activity were not allowed to operate. But even as the government eased the MCO by allowing most economic sector to operate starting on the 4 May, the higher education sector remained closed. Such a long period of closure of any tertiary education institute is quite unprecedented in Malaysia, but could have a detrimental impact on students. Challenges with online teaching: A. Internet problem. B. Quality of teaching. C. Lack of resources. D. Mental stress and financial problem. 1. Challenge with online teaching. A. Internet problem. Students and lecturers are able to overcome technical issues. It is unrealistic that suppose that all tertiary students have unlimited internet connection or own laptop or desktop computer that allow them to easily attend online classes. 2. Roman, according to the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission 2018 Internet User Survey, there is a significant divide between urban and rural internet users. 17.0% of internet users live in city. 3. Roman, internet coverage and speed are also dependent on one's budget and region. For Romans, as a result, it's possible that some university students, particularly those in rural regions, don't have access to the internet or don't have access to it in the same manner that their urban counterparts have. If all courses are conducted online, these students are at risk of falling behind. 5. Roman, most Malaysian tertiary education institutions, both private and public, have traditionally depended on face-to-face lecture and tutorials. Tutorials are very significant for students since they provide them the opportunity to discuss their lesson, debate concepts, and present their work in smaller groups. It's also when lecturers can fully assess their students' performance. Class participation is usually only a minor part of a student's final evaluation. B. Work given through online also. 1. Roman, tutorials are intended to allow students to practice presentation skill in addition to the content of the courses. 2. Roman, although this can be accomplished through online teaching, the quality of engagement will be harmed and the spontaneity that can be achieved in a lecture hall will most certainly be lost. 2. Quality of teaching. A. When online classes. 1. Roman, the student will be adversely influenced inadvertently. To emphasize teaching quality will be harmed because students will no longer be able to communicate in lecture halls and tutorial room. 2. Roman, it is more difficult for pupils to ask inquiries in a non-intrusive manner in an online situation. B. When offline class. 1. Roman, everyone in a lecture hall or tutorial room can see each other's body language and make eye contact. 2. Roman, debates and conversation are frequently more productive in such an environment. 3. Roman, students can also listen to their peers' contributions and continue their debates outside of formal session in this setting. An online classroom, on the other hand, is not favorable to such talk. 3. Lack of resources. A. Students from lower socio-economic background. 1. Roman, they face obstacles such as a lack of resources, such as working computer, copier machines, internet access, and quiet study environment. 2. When students have to return home to study, however, they no longer have access to these amenities. Some people may be distracted by family duties when they are at home. B. Postgraduate students. 1. Roman, particularly those in the engineering field, will be harmed since they will be not able to work in their workshop. 2. Roman, they are not only unable to graduate on time, but they are also concerned about their financial situation and job prospects. 4. Roman, mental stress and financial problems. 1. The disease caused by COVID-19 are likely to cause emotional stress and financial difficulty for students. 2. Because many people can no longer attend traditional lectures or utilize their school's facility, they may be attempt, at least those who can afford it, to acquire computers and subscribe to better internet package in order to avoid distraction. Summary of main points. In conclusion, A. As a result, if online instruction lasts longer, less capable pupils will suffer more. We can rule out the possibility of a rise in the number of students dropping out. Students who do not have significant social support will be particularly vulnerable. Conclusion. The COVID-19 has a significant impact on the tertiary education sector. Financial losses, scheduling delay, and continuous classes we all experience by Malaysian tertiary education institution, putting additional strain on the staff and students. In the medium terms, as tertiary education institutions look for methods to decrease expenses, growing unemployment among contractual personnel is likely. The gap between rich and less privileged students has also expanded as a result of COVID-19. To navigate the post-COVID-19 environment, the Higher Education Ministry needs to consult all public and private tertiary education institutions in Malaysia more than before. University and college must also be better prepared in event of a catastrophe. Memorable concluding statement. For people who feel safe at home, the isolation period is the best time to plan for the future. Try to be creative. We can survive all this. We have the strength. Soon, new morning will come. The flowers will bloom and the street will become active. The sun will shine more brightly. The aroma is fragrant.